post Chris Rock and Dave Chappelle having to basically fight on stage as a comedian, are you nervous at all? Like, are comedians in danger
that's so
now?
funny. I know. I keep laughing thinking about that. Like, is it a scary time to be a comic? I'm like, no, it's a scary time for women and Black people. But comedians, I think, are going to be okay. I mean, truly. I just got a bunch of shit because...
Well, Amy, give the context.
Okay, so myself and Wanda Sykes, Regina Hall, we hosted the Oscars. And, you know, Chris Rock's like my brother. He's like one of my best friends. You know, also how we've all loved Will Smith for so long, to see that he's in that much pain, to see all that rage. Like it was, so anyway, people were really mad at me, really mad at Wanda for saying that we were traumatized by that, you know, kind of like, how dare you? And I'm like, look, I get it, white women are the worst. I hate myself, trust me, like forever, undefeated, the worst. But then when this Buffalo shooting just happened, like, our movie, these 2 girls got killed in Lafayette, Louisiana, going to see Trainwreck. And ever since that happened, I have, you know, done whatever I can to help and use my voice to try to help with gun violence. And Buffalo was no different, but people started posting like, oh, Amy, you were traumatized about that. What about this? Your voice isn't as loud as it was on this. And I like have worked really hard to educate myself and do my best to be a good ally and like accomplice in this white supremacy that we live in.
The little girl unfortunately got murdered in the Bronx. And my DMs are like flooded, like, where you at? They start thinking celebrities are almost like gods. Like, we can stop the crime.
That's an interesting point. Like, does every celebrity have to speak on everything? You can't,
Nobody has to speak on anything. I think sometimes the problem is that too many people speak on too many things. Look, freedom of speech. You can say whatever you want, but do you have to? I do think when things like Buffalo happen, when things like, you know, Ferguson or Baltimore or Will Smith and Chris Rock, that people should have the same energy for white supremacy, for racism as they have for a Black man slapping another Black man. Like, you should have the same energy for that. So I think in a way, Amy, for you should take that as a badge of honor, because people see you as a voice who should be speaking up for those things. And I think it's something
I feel you and I appreciate that. And I didn't mean to cut you off because I wanted to.
No, that's all right, go on.
I had spoken up about it.
Yeah.
You know, so it wasn't founded.
What you say
even
matters,
though it's like,
and that's a compliment. What people care about your opinion.
Thank you.
And that is a compliment. I know it's tough,
Yeah.
right? Say what you have to say and move on, and then you
I know,
you can only do
I
what
know.
you
I
can
want to
do.
ask you, Bron, what's your point of view on when you should speak up with your massive platform and when you shouldn't?
I mean, some of the things is definitely right now. You know, if things happen and I feel like it hit home to me, and I feel it in my gut and my heart, like if it's something that happens in the Black community, no matter if it's in my hometown of Akron or Los Angeles or Shreveport, Louisiana, or whatever the case may be, you know, I'll speak about it right away. But there's also matters that I'm not very educated on and things that don't hit home for me. You know, like Don said, some things you shouldn't feel obligated to speak about everything. But I think when it feels heavy in your heart and it's in your gut, then I think that's when you get the best response and the best narrative out there.
But it's also
to
the
people,
media.
you know what I'm saying?
It's like you don't control what they use as the pull quote. Everybody, it's all about, and what fuels people is hate.
The media.
And I do mean you.
What she meant was Don.
No.
But I do.